So Paige Beckers is somebody that obviously is incredibly important to all of this WNBA stuff. Like, let's be real. Let's be completely real. Paige Beckers is one of the greatest young players to ever play the sport. And when we're all, like, realistically, no matter what you want to say or argue, like, at the end of the day, with all this Paige Beckers versus Caitlin versus preferential treatment for Paige, yada, 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 whatever you want to argue, when we take a step back and you get rid of all that bullshit, which is going to be fun once, the WNBA season happens again, because all of that bullshit's going to be significantly less relevant. When you take away all of that scenario, you've then now got to the stage where, when it comes to Paige, that it's like she is that important, and what she says holds weight. And I think people need to kind of understand that, just how much weight what Paige Beckers says holds, because again, people just kind of don't. And Paige is one, clearly. She said a week ago, there will be a WNBA season. And this right here is probably, you can tell this is a player who is frustrated. And I mean this when I say this. You can tell that there's a split in the executive committee. You can tell the players are split down the line. And you can tell that it's not just purely frustrated at the players. There's frustration at the league as well. Who, by the way, I think both sides in negotiation are digging their heels in the sand. The players came out with completely unrealistic offers, hoping the league would meet them halfway from their offer and the unrealistic offer. And the league haven't been doing that. So the players came back with so many unrealistic offers at the league of kind of just given, basically it's two sides just handing back the same offers over and over again. So let's take a listen to what Paige said.
It's not really a negotiation anymore. Like, both sides are moving. So I feel like we need to continue to have these conversations, continue to actually have change implemented for us to move on our stance. And so we as players, we don't want to strike. We want to have a season. I love playing basketball. That's all I want to do. But again, there's things that need to be handled, and we want to do it as professionals.
And that is very, very clear, where it's like, this is, by the way, and this is not even, but it is essentially what Caitlin Clark, they're all coming out and saying exactly what Caitlin Clark said. And remember the fucking dumbasses on, I'm not going to say the network because I'll be around with the network. Those dumbasses being like, Caitlin Clark is anti-union, she's anti-players. Like, half the league are saying the same thing. And Paige has basically said, because Caitlin said both sides need to compromise because we have to go back playing. I think everybody realizes that. Neither side are, I mean this when I say this. I'm not going to say they're not negotiating in good faith, but I think there's both sides. Both sides are negotiating in a way of like, the other side's going to cave. The other side's going to cave. Not in end, like expecting, not knowing when they're going to go. And neither side has put forward an offer that the other side has a 1% chance of accepting. Like, the negotiation, realistically, one side's at 9 million, one was at 5 million. Or say 10 million, one's been at 5 million. The reality is that the first side that puts forward an offer of 6.8 million salary cap or 7 million salary cap, there's a chance the other side will accept it. But the players keep coming back with 10 million. The league keeps coming back under 6 million. And I'm like, neither of them, both sides know neither of them are going to be accepted. Both sides know neither of them are going to be accepted. From the very start, the league said, we're not doing gross revenue. And the reason why you're not doing gross revenue is because of the ownership structure. You can't do gross revenue because for gross revenue, you would basically need the entirety of what you call it to agree with that. You would pretty much need the entirety of the outside owners to agree to that, agree for losses. And the difference is that like people are like, oh, the NBA teams make losses. But it's like, yeah, because Matt Ishbia has the NBA as his plaything. Like, that's what he knows is probably going to make a loss. But he's running it like it's for fun. A lot of these NBA owners are, and a lot of these WNBA owners are running it for fun. They'll eat the losses. But the investors that have nothing tangibly to be gained by the sale of a franchise, like, aren't going to just eat losses. And it just is what it is in that regard. It is what it is. So, look, at the end of the day, this is one of those things where I'm glad to see the players are frustrated, clearly. And they're frustrated with everybody. They're pissed with the league, rightfully so, by the way. Like, neither side comes off looking well from these negotiations, by the way. Like, neither side does. The league doesn't come off looking good. The players don't come off looking good. Now we need to have a season and being told what they have to accept because you've taken the biggest negotiation. Basically saying the players saying we want to play, it's negotiation tactic. No, like, it's the 10th of March. It is the 10th of March, and the players did not negotiate, like, again, properly at all. They sent back the same. They literally sent back the exact same. They sent back the same proposal to the league, like, and then they sent back the same proposal to the league, and then waited 6 weeks. I think that's literally what they did. They sent back the same proposal, and then waited 6 weeks to with that same proposal, and the league didn't respond because they were like, you just sent the same thing back again, and then they were like, oh well. The league, because they waited. They knew that the league wasn't going to respond. The league made it very, very clear. And they tried to use the public sympathy. And that's one of those big things that happened, is that the league absolutely, the PA tried to use public sympathy in these negotiations. And the league were like, no, you're not doing that. It's like, we're not going to let you do that. And that's one of those things where I'm like, it is now at the stage where I'm looking at it, I'm like, neither side is coming out of this looking good at all. And both sides aren't moving is very clear. Both sides are not moving. This is not a players association equals the bad guys. This is not a league equals the bad guys. This is both sides are messing up this. This is both sides fucked up their negotiation tactic to the extent that there mightn't actually be anything. Neither side did well here. Like, the players made a mockery of themselves, turned themselves into the laughingstock of the sports world. I think everyone realized that, like, the rat and all that shit like that. And it's like what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, but neither side came out of this looking good. And Paige is actually on the money. Both sides are just handing back basically the exact same proposals to each other over and over again. Like, we saw that with the salary that the players have been offered for this specific one this week, the current one that was revealed today, and I'm like, there's a 0% chance that the players accept it, 0% chance, and everybody's like kind of talking about this, and they're like, oh yeah, like all of these points, like all of these salary cap things that that the players, might accept it. I think they might accept all the other things, but the salary cap is still, they added 100,000 to the total salary cap between the teams, and they think it's going to be accepted. No, they know it won't. They know it won't. They know this is 0% chance, and both sides, the league have done it, the players have done it. The players we're like, oh yeah, we're not going to budge on, okay, we're going to make a concession. We're going to lower our gross revenue percentage by 1%. And the league are like, we have flat out rejected gross revenue. The percentage doesn't matter because of our ownership structure. We have flat out rejected gross revenue. And they've been like, okay, we'll lower our gross revenue by 1%. It's like, okay, yeah, we're $700 million is what we're projected to lose in this current thing. Okay, yeah, so we're going to lower it by 0.5% this time. Or we're going to put the exact same thing in. And you're like, what are we doing? Neither side has, I'm not going to say they've been serious about it, but I'm like, neither side has made this a situation where they've put forward a plan that realistically could be accepted. And it's one of those things where it's like, people are like, oh yeah, we're going to get what we deserve. I mean this when I say this. In anything in life, nobody gets paid what they deserve. They get paid what they're able to bargain for. Like, you get paid what you are able to bargain for. And in sports, a lot of the time it's and also as well, when it comes down to it, the players in the sports leagues will eventually, like, the league had to keep the lights on for 30 years. And unfortunately, there are situations where people are just not even people, like, people involved in the league just aren't willing to risk a situation where they lose tons of money and the league gets shut down. So that's not going to happen. But Paige, I think, is on the money, and you can tell this frustration here. And what Stewie said was actually kind of on the money. Stewie basically said the same thing. It's like, we're not even at the stage of whether or not our proposal or the league's proposal will be accepted. And she's basically said, well, we're not going to accept the league's proposal and they're not going to accept our proposal. So there's no, like, what are we doing? Like, Stewie's on the executive committee and she has essentially said, we're not even at the stage where a proposal is ready to be voted on. So as in, like, and then she said it on both ways as well. So Stewie's on the executive committee and she's pissed off at what the players are doing. Like, the players not budging. And clearly the players are pissed off at the owners, and rightfully so. But there are people on the executive committee that seem to be pissed off at the way PA are moving. And it's madness. It's actually madness. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. I'll see you guys.